Anyways, so let me bring up these headlines.
Yeah,
because I'm like, before we dive in, I will be honest. I'm not surprised actually. Every season, I feel like people are very negative.
Mm-hmm.
People meaning the press. Like I didn't pull fan because I'm no offense, like fans. Okay, like you either watch it because you like it or you don't, and that's fine. But
I mean, the fans only saw it with
one
less
episode.
than 12 hours ago, so
Sure. But okay. I'm just gonna read you some things, and I would like to see your genuine reaction because some of these are like really crazy and harsh. Okay, The Guardian.
Okay.
It's a grubby, humorless work of torture porn that's obsessed with and repulsed by sex work.
Wow.
That is the like headlining like.
I mean,
phrase.
I guess the one thing that's going to be hard to judge about any of these is that they've seen 3 episodes and we've seen 1, because that's how many the critics were shown. So, I mean, obviously there's like barely any there's probably 0 sex work, maybe a little bit in episode 1, right? I'm assuming they're referring to Jules, but episode 1 didn't really have...
Well, I think they're categorizing oddly
I guess
enough,
like Sydney Sweeney talking
work.
about doing OnlyFans, but
Yeah.
nothing's really happened yet in episode 1. So I'm guessing this is like a reference to the upcoming episodes. So it's hard to have an opinion. Episode 1, I don't think
you think
reflects
that's kind of a drastic like review though?
I certainly don't feel like it's humorless. It's very it's just
funny.
as like irreverent and like, you know, intentionally over the top as it's always been. So I can't say I think it's humorless, and I'll be really surprised if it goes torture porn, because even though it's been graphic, it's never been super graphically violent at length. Like there've certainly been graphically violent, you know, scenes with flashes of violence, but like it's never been like this extended like torture porn exercise with a ton of whatever graphic violence. I guess.
I'm continuously surprised, I will say, just how we're still here, I guess, in terms of people having reviews that are based on like the explicitness of the show. I'm kind of like, hello, like, aren't we?
Grow up.
2 seasons. Yes, there's gonna be boobs. Yes, there's gonna be sex. Yes, there's drugs.
It's just stupid.
Crazy.
It's
like,
disappointing.
That's what the whole show's
disappointing
about.
At this point, I would say.
Yeah, I do feel like it's a little crazy. Okay, so that's a lot though. Then there is, the show has lost its, this is the BBC, which we don't really give a fuck about, but...
Let me hear it anyways, but yeah,
the show has lost its zeitgeisty edge. Euphoria has become a series with very little to say. None of it is audacious or compelling. Based on 3 episodes of 8 that HBO made available in advance, it is a strained attempt to make the closed circle of friends it follows, now in their early 20s, somehow the same but only different. Again, we have only seen 1, but even on the 1 based on it, I'm kind of like... Who cares about the friends?
I mean, also
Isn't that
like
the point of moving on? You don't stay close with your high school friends, but we're still following these characters. But like, who gives a fuck if they're not hanging out and it's not the same? Like, no shit. Isn't that real life?
Yeah, I guess I also appreciate that it's departed from being like very zeitgeisty, because I feel like you can't. It's like a flash in the pan thing. If you like make something that's so like kind of like revelatory or influential, like season 1. The more you like chase that, you're just gonna fail, because you're never gonna like be able to replicate that, because something like that is kind of naturalistic.
Sure.
And I like that season 2 didn't try to like chase that, and I think season 3 also is not, and is probably going even further away from it, which I think is smart, because it's like if you just keep trying to be like this like sexy, edgy like teen drug show, it's gonna just start to feel like, you know, kind of like a retread, and you're never gonna be as like cool or edgy or hot as you were in season 1, when it really was like the new thing. Like you're always gonna have to top yourself to remain relevant or interesting if you're pursuing just being like zeitgeisty. So like, who cares about that? I think the point is to like make a good show that's like cool and interesting, and
exactly.
Who gives a fuck about how zeitgeisty it is?
I thought that was silly. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Again, I think these are all kind of the cut. This was just funny. It says, "Do we really need all the pup play on Euphoria?" I think I love it.
It's real. There really is like a girl that's like a dog, like a hoey like dog, like
I mean
influencer, and like Sydney Sweeney or Cassie would absolutely try to replicate something dumb like that to chase fame.
That's also like, we don't kink shame around here.
I'm not surprised by that. No, yeah.
There's gotta be a lot of young spry men that like the pup play.
The puppy girls, yeah, sure.
Pup play.
Sure. So, I think that's a different thing, but that's right.
Okay, fine. You know what I was surprised? The Times actually gave it, like, the best review, and I feel like I thought they were going to be kind of out of touch since we're always, like, the Times isn't the best anymore. Like, they don't do the best job of reporting.
No.
But they said this is Euphoria with a much wider canvas. Before, it was a slicky, stylish, Instagram-friendly tale of various teenagers from a middle-class suburb in Los Angeles doing irresponsible things. Now they are in their 20s, and the terrifying expanse of adult life symbolized by the dusty desert lies ahead. But while the stage is set for more heartbreak and danger, you also sense that the show has grown up, along with its ensemble. Nice. In the first episode,
that seems to track for the first.
That tracks for me.
Sure.
That's
same.
like the sentiment that I carried out of the pilot, but...
Agree.
But yeah, I don't need to go more down the rabbit hole, but there's so many more, and I will be honest, so far, like, the critics are being very harsh. Like, The Times was the nicest one I saw that made the most sense with how we felt watching it. Which, by the way, I should state, we purposely did not talk about this episode at all, so this is the first time Alex and I are talking about it, which... I'm a chatterbox. You all know. It's been very difficult. But I will say it's been even harder for you, weirdly. You've been, like, wanting to talk to me about it over and over. I'm like, shit, no.
I know, because now I'm a big fan.
I know,
Season 2 made me such a big fan, which I guess I should say right now. We just rewatched Season 2 right before this. And, you know I was very positive about Season 2 when we reviewed last, but rewatching it, Episode 7 and Episode 8 are two of, I think, some of the best episodes of TV ever. And I came away from Episode 8 like, holy shit, what a fucking amazing episode. So I guess all I'm saying is, like, I know I was positive about it, but I don't even know if I was adequately, like, pro Season 2. I really think it's a very, 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 very good, high quality, impressive, emotional piece of work that I consider Season 2 one of the best, like, seasons of TV ever.
I agree.
Top 20.
You're not the only one. A lot of people say that.
Top 15, top 10 maybe. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's incredibly strong.
I mean, it's just so beautiful, like, everything.
Yeah. I don't know if I praised it enough, I guess is what I'm saying.
You probably
did. It really is excellent. So
you probably didn't, and I did. But
well, you're out of the Times. That's all.